In this tense moment, he nervously glanced around. Upon turning, oh my! The guy was like a giant, with long limbs and a body as thin as a withered tree, terrifying Shuai. He was so nervous his toes nearly drew a 3D image, sweating profusely, when a roar erupted behind him and the altar suddenly collapsed before him. Shuai finally woke up, clueless, sprinting back, straight into the room and diving to the floor in utter confusion. As he looked around in silence, Shuai slowly got up. The next day, his brother woke him, making him think what happened last night was just a bad. Looking at his palm, he panicked. The noodle burn was clearly visible. Was last night's ordeal real? Shuai froze in fear. But he didn't have time to think too much. All his doubts vanished, and he was just hanging around waiting for something to happen. He was just waiting there, mind blank. But Shuai was obviously shaken and immediately dashed to the altar below. To his surprise, the altar collapsed. The master said it signified a hero's arrival, as the evil spirit had atoned all sins. Fallen into reincarnation, the next sinner will repay their sins and become the new evil spirit. When Shuai heard that, away! I just crave instant noodles, is it wrong? He angrily smashed pots and bowls to the floor. He found a bowl beneath, with something emerging. Intrigued, Shuai grabbed a stick to check. He found the trembling frog and Komodo dragon inside. Shuai collapsed in shock. Suddenly, the Komodo dragon seemed hungry. Hey, here! It dove straight into Shuai's pants. Shuai feared he might become extinct, frantically rummaging through the house, stripping off all his clothes. He accidentally killed the lizard, leaving Shuai totally plus or minus a pound. He packed up and left the troubled place. But just as he reached the door, the master blocked his path and patiently said, "You must stay tonight." Hearing this, Shuai was furious. "Go to hell, old man. Stop talking to me." Shuai had a strong attitude, but the master insisted otherwise. He chose to leave, but Shuai was totally lost, with no idea where to go. Just when he was panicking about where to go, his brother suddenly appeared before him. To soothe him, his senior brother asked Shuai to wear a monk robe and go to a cave together. His brother explained, "This is where the master meditates, and monks who make mistakes reflect here. As long as you follow the rules, you can stay away from sin, but some sins are hard to atone for," his brother reminded him. Before leaving, his senior handed Shuai a book, warning, "What you've seen, see, and will see are illusions. You must hold on to your belief to save yourself." With that, his brother vanished, leaving Shuai alone. Then Shuai began to chant and meditate, recalling what happened that night with his friend when they had no money and decided to randomly pick a lucky target, smash the car with a rock to disable them, but an accident occurred this time. The car rolled into a ditch beside the road, causing the driver to die instantly. When Shuai got closer, he thought, "Oh my god, this is a disaster." The driver he hit was his own father. Shuai woke up abruptly as candles around him extinguished, and the familiar roar echoed again. The evil spirit shadow loomed on the wall. Did it really hold a grudge over instant noodles? But at this point, that didn't matter. Shuai rushed outside. Meanwhile, the master was also casting spells to save Shuai. But, failing to heed his elder's advice, Shuai was led by hallucinations into the forest. In the depths of the forest, Shuai was frantic and anxious, terrified to the core. Instinctively, he picked up a rock from the ground and threw it into the bushes, cursing, "Damn it." But this only led to the evil spirit's revenge. Oh. The evil spirit pelted Shuai with rocks. "You want to eat my instant noodles. Let's see how you like this." Oh my, the attacks left Shuai in pieces. He panicked and desperately called his mom. "Well, Mom, come save me. I know I was wrong." But his mom couldn't hear anything on the line, and as the call ended, Shuai realized his crime, but it was too late. Pulled by misery, he rose, arms and body elongating into the next evil spirit, facing endless redemption. Okay, now comes the second story about a haunting hospital patient. Our main character, Dasher, suffered a car accident. He suffered a leg fracture. Fortunately, treatment saved his leg, but with wards full, Dasher had to share a room with a critically ill old man. Then the nurse came into the room to administer injections and medications to the old man, and Dasher watched with great interest. No one knew if they were looking at the nurse or just at her giving the injection, and both sides exchanged awkward smiles. It seemed the old man was in quite a bad shape, his body showing signs of rigidity. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed, and a group of people barged into the room. They looked serious as they passed Dasher to reach the old man's bed, inferring that the old man's brain had ceased functioning. Now, a ventilator was maintaining his body, and as the saying goes, he's as cold as it gets. If the family agreed to remove the ventilator, the hospital could declare him dead. After the doctors left, a group remained at the bedside, hands clasped, silently chanting spells. In the dead of night, Dasher was awakened by the noise of the TV. Not thinking much, he turned it on, likely to get back into bed again. Suddenly, a noise came from the nearby bed, as if the old man was munching, making male sounds.